I'm Jason Johns. I'm a senior digital media producer in media production, and I do video production for all things OTDI and for online education at OSU. I have been working at OSU since I started as a student in 2005. My student job was going to the back of classrooms and filming lectures and then digitizing that material, or helping to do live streaming, and I kind of learned on the job how to do video production. My undergraduate degree is in urban planning, has nothing to do with media production whatsoever, but I leaned heavily on my actual job at OSU to guarantee me employment afterwards. Otherwise, I'd be some grumbly professor in the urban planning department. So media production does audio, video, and photo. And we do promotional materials. We also do video that goes into online courses, so working directly with instructors to actualize their vision for what their course needs. We also do video production for the Office of Technology and Digital Innovation. Most of what we do has an educational lean to it, but we also do photography. So we do event photography, we do headshots for different groups, we do photography for web delivery, for print delivery, kind of any digital media that's needed between the Office of Technology and Digital Innovation and things for online learning at OSU we're involved in. Our group works with all of campus. So I get to interact with the smartest people on the planet and some of the most interesting projects in the state of Ohio, in the US, and learn a ton. One day I might be working with the chemistry department, and the next day it could be social work. There's all kinds of cool things that we get to go and film, and interesting people that we get to interact with. And that's why I work here. One of the earliest things that we did was support the Listening Center, which was a call center, or you could go in person to listen to different foreign language materials, which could be a conversation in a foreign language, or it could be someone saying the word cow over and over and over again in Dutch. Then we digitized that service, and that turned into the foreign language library, and then students could access all of that through the internet. We also duplicated, so cassette tapes, VHS tapes, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. We also supported H.323 video conferencing, and we did this all over campus in a lot of different rooms on campus. The tricky thing was classes would end at the 18-minute, and we had to be set up by the 30-minute mark. So we had about 12 minutes to set up a whole bunch of equipment as the students filed out and before the next group of students filed in, so we didn't disrupt any classrooms. And then you would dial in and hope that Guam answered. We also did live video streaming, and we did that from any building on campus. And when I say any building, I mean any building, including buildings that barely had Ethernet connections and didn't have grounded wires. So we got very used to strange setups and being able to set up an entire multicam live streaming situation for anywhere on campus. In addition to that, we also managed the media upload tool, which was a web page where anyone could upload whatever media they needed to, and we would find a way to turn that into a streamable format. To the user, it might have looked like this was an automated process. They just put their media file in and it comes back as a streamable link that they can use in their classrooms. The upload tool was me. I just was trying to frantically figure out how to turn like a strange like FLV bit of media into something that would be ingested and streamed by the software that we're using at the time. We also handled the secured media library, and that meant that we digitized a ton of VHS tapes and a ton of DVDs. And when I'm talking about a ton of VHS tapes, there were walls lining our entire office that was nothing but VHS. And it took us, I think, 5-ish years to digitize all of this material, and we basically created Netflix before Netflix was Netflix for the university. So all that like streaming and video conferencing and archival shifted for our group when we became OTDI, and we shifted to creative messaging with a learning technology bend to it. I think our biggest accomplishment so far has been the Buckey Biography documentary, which was a 9-part series, 2 hours long, and it was something made for the sesquicentennial, and it was a request from the president's office We partnered with University Archives and Associate Professor David Staley, who has an in-person history of OSU course that we basically took apart and remade in this online version. This was a year-long project. Usually our projects wrap up in a month or two, and this was easily the most complicated project that we've ever done and the highest production value of anything that we've created so far. And now the entire thing is on YouTube on OSU's main YouTube channel.